Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our first episode of Eat Up Mondays, where every single Monday I will be sharing a spiritual meal with you that prayerfully will help you to start your week off right. And today, in our first episode of Eat Up Mondays, we will be coming out of 2 Timothy, the first chapter, and that 6th verse. Let's dig in, guys. Verse 6 says, "Wherefore I put thee in remembrance that thou stir up the gift of God." Now, this is Paul talking to Timothy, and today this is Paul talking to us. So he says, listen, the gift that God has given you, if you haven't been using it, if it's been dormant, if you've been halfway using it, I need you to stir it up. I need you to wake it up. Stir up the gift of God. The word gift there means something bestowed or acquired without any particular effort by the recipient or without its being earned. And what is it saying there? Listen, this gift that God has given us, we didn't work for it. We didn't earn it. We don't have it because we're special or because we were better than everybody else. He says, listen, this is something that God has given us that he intended us to use way before we even knew we had it. So he says, listen, stir up the gift of God, which is in thee by the putting on of my hands. He goes on to say, for God have not. So now he's going to tell us what God has not given us. He says, for God have not given us the spirit of fear. That word fear there means to be afraid, to dread. So he says, listen, the gift that you are carrying around, if you are afraid to walk in it, if you feel dreaded by having it, he says, listen, that feeling or that spirit did not come from God. And he goes on to say, but God has given us the power, the spirit of power and of love and of a sound mind. The word power there means the ability to do. This is the spirit of power, the ability to do, act, or produce, strength, authority. So this is the spirit of power that God has given us. It sounds very different from the spirit of fear. The spirit of love, he has also given us. That's affection, appreciation, devotion, devotedness, delight, passion, respect, allegiance, worship. These are the things that God has provided us through the spirit of love to help us to go forward in our gift. He has also given us the spirit of a sound mind. The word sound mind means normal and healthy, not weak, diseased, or impaired. So God says, listen, Paul is telling Timothy, listen, there's a gift that you have that it needs to be stirred up. If you are not walking in it or going forward in the gift that God has called you to go forward in, he says, listen, stop right now, stir it up. Let's get started. Let's do what we need to do, amen, to fulfill the purpose of God. And then he goes on to say, listen, there's something else I want you to be aware of that God did not give you, and that is the spirit of fear. So if you are feeling any type of dread or any type of fear or feeling afraid of the gift that you have or to go forward in it, that did not come from God, but God has given us the spirit of power, the spirit of love, and the spirit of a sound mind. And those are the things that we have to remind ourselves anytime that that spirit of fear tries to come up and tries to hinder us from walking out what God has called us to do. So guys, I just wanted to share that with you really quickly. I pray that this gets you going and gets you fired up on today, on this Monday. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share it, especially if somebody you may know needs a little pick-me-up or a little bit of encouragement on this Monday morning. And listen, I look forward to the next time we will get up. I look forward to next Monday to sharing another meal with you guys. As you can see, I'm really excited about this. But listen, guys, I love you. And until the next time, shalom.